Greetings. Okay, so just a earthquake in Japan. You said it couldn't handle it. Yeah, I believe it is Eclipse related. Um, that's not. I mean, who knows? April 8th. I still don't feel like anything will. Now, a build up to April 8th. Yeah, anything can happen between now and then for sure. It's a Sunday. And we're part of like our reality. We're in like kind of like a movie script. So things have to happen when we're awake or whatever. Like 9/11 has happened. During the day so we can see it and so on. So just certain things that need to occur. So you're part. I guess to say, well, we're part of the movie or the agenda, whatever's going on. But I mean, like the eclipse. I mean, obviously, astrally, doesn't mean anyone is aware of what's going to occur. I would just say, yeah, obviously expect more changes. It's going to have to be very general because I'm not sure anybody really knows. Maybe more earthquakes, maybe volcano energies, possibly volcano energies might get a whole lot of that. It's not going to be that intense. All of a sudden, a new island comes out of nowhere. That would be probably one day, but maybe not yet. So Japan, whatever it's holding back, so I guess you can say there's a lot back. In the past, I would say it's beyond World War II that still hasn't healed. Not, of course, there's a lot of other places that haven't healed, obviously. You can go on with that one, but and somebody's here. Co-host just showed up. Finicky little thing. Yep, there you go. Making her just chime in for a little bit. She doesn't have a headset or anything like that. Maybe she can get one. Nah, probably best not. And Fritzy's here somewhere, but yeah, she's been kind of. She doesn't. I guess she just doesn't need. She's here in spirit. She's over there somewhere, but anyway. So the eclipse energies, yeah, it's. I say expect more of the unexpected. Now, yeah, it's a pretty bad earthquake, though. I'm not sure what else is next, though. Mud floods or something like that. Who knows? And connected feline energies, again, their perspective. As for what's going on in Japan, that's for what to tap into. Orion energies there for some reason. Yeah, there's a lot here we don't really know what's going on, so we'll see what comes through. All right, the webinar tomorrow. I realize it's just audio commentary / channeling. We'll see. Maybe Priscilla can read the questions. She's not quite at that level yet. So I'm taught a comment private sessions. I'm changing this site around. Still has some tweaks, but it's good enough. It's on a bunch of AI art here. Make it a bit interesting. So yeah, I'll make the recording. It might be late Wednesday, like around now. So it's almost Thursday morning. So something like that. Priscilla's here. Let's see. Think she can read the question? Think she can do that? She's not quite there yet. No, she's too finicky. Look at that. See? Just like a parrot. Come on. I don't want to go back there. No. There, come back here. Goes back there and all. Trouble happens there. So, all right. Okay, we're going to Japanese energies or Orion frequencies, where it might be that's connected to the Earth or reptilian. Orion, of course, Orion connection. has connections to reptilians and so on. So, and Feline, just to get their perspective. So, okay, all right. Blessings here. Greece, you the Orions. So, yes, is Orion Council frequencies. We are of various different beings, reptilian, aquatic beings, humanoid, early humans, Andromedans, and so on, but still the Orion frequency of some are trustworthy and some are not. We are coming from a neutral perspective. One thing that before going to the earthquake frequency, well, you say that the Earth has a lot to tell, a story to tell that's still holding back, just not time yet. But as some of you are evolving spiritually, you can say you're helping keep the world together because it does want to break open and tell you more about itself. But it's feel like it's hesitant. Maybe it's too much for most of society. Too out there, as you know. One of the reasons why this world has been so fascinated by extraterrestrial entities or beings is the genetic engineering, genetics of your world, of your human society, and what you can do with it. It is like it's open for anyone to come in and do as they please, at least for a while until it was heavily abused. It was in it. Well, I'm not sure if you want to call it innocent in the beginning, but technically it was. It was all about soul exploration. What can you do with this? What kind of secrets you can put it into? Even extraterrestrial beings don't always know about themselves. Like they contribute to your planet, maybe they can figure out who they are, and so on. Because not everybody knows where they come from. Of course, you might get a version of the story. It all depends on which reality you're connected to. It goes on and on. Still a mystery. Does anyone ever know really where they come from? This universe, yes, is necessary creation for what we are, because we are also the builders of other realities. Sometimes they have to go into this reality to build several others, and there is a certain uniqueness that is done for other creations. And that's why many of you are here, well, in your own way. Not everyone's here to build a vastly different realm. The idea also to not have to go through all of these difficulties, at least this level, because this is like a soul-breaking Earth, as you can see. It's a soul-shattering planet, but always necessary for any reality. No matter where you are, a world like this can occur. It doesn't mean you have to experience it, but you probably will feel it. There are other universes that are, you can use the word smart, to not have to go through all these difficulties, but still to continue, like not to get lazy with their knowledge, as this world and other worlds have done. Well, you just see society as laziness. And they do get tired, and not people are worn out, especially the low vibrations here. Even the lower dimensions are lazy themselves. That's why they need, that's why they're trying to grab new recruits all the time, because the ones that have been there forever are worn out. So yeah, you know how it is. Even the lower dimensions, they can become very grumpy and slow moving. Some of them, but it's also very strong mentally, and that's another reason why our world is the way it is. You're dealing with sociopathic beings that are keeping control of your planet, and they are working overtime. And some of the individuals that you're connected to, for some of this message, for some of you, are while you are connected to, you're connected to basically so certain, so that people that don't get pulled into manipulations here, which is vast. It's a lake bed. It can take anyone down. It's tricky. It's a tricky planet, done by design, and so necessary though. Just even if it's not always revealing what it's bringing to you, which would help a lot. Because if you really saw what it was doing for you, some of you would actually go through more challenges. But then again, it's probably best that's not the case. Because after a while, because you'll forget why you're doing it. It's like, why am I putting myself through all this? But for Japan, it seems, yeah, it's holding a lot back. It's not even, it doesn't really want to know about itself. The Earth, of course, does that too. Of course, you can say that everywhere, but Japan just has, it's a unique place, isn't it? It is, some will call it actually paradise. It is like it has to some level, it has a modern feel about it. It's not exactly perfect. Nothing ever is. It has a lot of Lemurian frequencies there. Doesn't mean it's Lemurian consonant, but you can say what you want with it. It has this like a perfection energy there, just a calmness, a livability. Of course, there's other places there. Singapore is somewhere. Also, there's other places also. Like going into all the details, and just a timeline of just rest, but also slow growth. I mean, at a slower pace, but just the energy of enjoying life. Maybe not everyone enjoys life; they're far from it. But there is, if you need a break from the world, that's one place to go. There's plenty of other places. There's plenty of mountain energies you can go to, and so on. But even with Japan, there is a wider frequency there, but yes, there is a extremely dark energy also. One of the forests there where, I'm not going into all the details. So as for the Orion frequencies, why are we connected to Earth? Well, in the beginning, he says it once again was very innocent, just like Atlantis, and then slowly become corrupt. It's like, you say the nice beings connected to your planet and just saying hi to neighbors, things like that. And then, when, the hijacking frequencies, the beings of ego saw this world, and it's like, oh, yeah, like a little treasure there. And we'll just go and take it. Not all realities need to go through this, but some do. And the Earth was heavily prepared for it. So the Earth itself was just very diverse, as you can see. But we'll leave you with that. So what's this? Greetings. Feline consciousness. The eclipse frequency is necessary of just clearing out and bringing together. And clearing out it's mostly about, yes, within individuals, yes, but the Earth itself, you say it is building up to a higher dimensional version of itself. It's not quite there yet, because there's many here that are just slow, but necessary. Because some of you go too fast, and you know who you are. Some of you are just like, you might be of your age, but you feel like you can go as fast as lightning or faster. And some of you also might feel like you're becoming younger in appearance to some level. And that has to also do with the speed that you're going at. Of course, others have manipulation part of that. And some of those that are doing that are manipulating a lot of people. They need to look good for that for a while. Of course, the soul is most likely gone in that point. Someone else is there. But for those of you on a more positive direction, it doesn't mean you have to look younger, but you might see some of that only because we're letting go of a great deal. Maybe not everything. It's like when you connect more to spirits, it's like, you might be 80 years old, but you feel like you're 40, 20, or 3. Maybe hopefully a more mature 3, not one that wants to drive everybody insane. But you're just connecting more to your, allowing more of the Akashic frequency to come through. Of course, others call it, it's not always called the Akashic, but, you have to have some kind of name for it. If everyone had a different name for the Akashic records, which is fine, it does get kind of confusing there. But the planet itself, Japan, it's a history of secret society frequencies are tapped into it. It's just basically a lot of alien groups there kind of sneak in technology, especially during the 1980s. It was very advanced from that time. And it did have a crash because you can say it went a bit too far, meaning like there was a lot of technologies were held back there because and not to say that'll be made public, not anytime soon. But there is another side to it. It's not revealed, so like everywhere else in the world, of course. But as for Russia, it's kind of like a necessary war, unfortunately. Well, it's being bullied, so it fights back. Of course, there's a lot more to it than that. On an energetic level, it's kind of cleansing itself, kind of like clearing out its own past. Eventually, have this revealing of its own secrets. Eventually, no time soon. A lot of things are not anytime soon for obvious reasons. Well, it's just that society is not looking for what this world is about. So, Atlantean energies and other continents of your past. It's going to get very diverse. Yeah, some of you might even tap into different, before society became what it is. Just see different versions. That there's just different pieces of multi-dimensional realms that came together to create your modern world currently. And you can not to say your modern world kind of stopped, but it did slow itself down. It's like a ball of yarn, and all these other entities are adding to it. And just the world that was attracting extraterrestrial energies and so on, beings from all other dragon frequencies, just warning from others. That's what the alien frequency. So, yeah, if you're a dragon being, you might have difficulties with the aliens. Maybe you don't like their teachings or their ways or whatever it might be, or seeing they're abusing society, which many do. It's kind of like neighbors, like, okay, can you just keep it down? Sometimes they don't always keep it down. I just say dragons are. Let's just say their lifestyles are always they can be easy provoked and causing difficulties here. Some of them are CEOs. They can just be easily triggered. It depends on the dragon frequency. The older ones have been over that. They're just quiet. They sleep. They're similar to kind of like a big cat in some level. But the eclipse frequency, you can say in some ways, kind of like rewriting histories. Eventually, well, you're seeing an more alternative reality. This it might look insane. It already does it already, but there's just more of the past will be just so complicated, diverse. Julius Caesar was, a blue being, was like tentacles coming out of his head, an alien frequency. Different type of realities might come to mind. This is on your Earth timeline, but still, you kind of see like where this world is branching out to other realms, keeping it. All these different multiverses connected. They all serve a purpose. Doesn't mean you have to know all of them, but this world is a piece of so many universes. Of so many, it's basically other universes are also hinting at your world of. To figure itself out. For some of you can pick up on it. Most can't. Most aren't looking for it. Why bother? What would be the point? But just the other universes are assisting society here. Those of you that are evolving spiritually, like unlock some of the histories here. Also, it's conflict with other universes. This universe conflict. This universe does go to war with other universes. As some of you can imagine and probably remember some of that. They're not the memories that you're really looking for, but it's just it does have a dominating energy, as you can imagine. Other universes invading others, like invading other countries. And tapping into that type of knowledge can bring that what is necessary. Can also help society eventually come out of its psychosis. Eventually. Of just it's waking from his coma, but a necessary coma called the physical realm. It's necessary, but little by little, it is cracking, meaning more of the angelic realms are coming. It's not perfect in the angelic realm, but some of you know, spirit realms has a lot of issues because it's not always telling you anything. Of course, it doesn't have to. In the spirit realms. It's like it's one of those they can tell you to do all these good things, take a bath, be good to people, but that doesn't mean they do it. You might not be able to see it because they don't want you to see it. But some of them are like that. Now, that doesn't mean they have the bad intentions, but it doesn't mean they haven't quite cleared their dark side. That's it. No, don't get discouraged about the spirit realms, but it does have a dark side here. I mean, they have guides and all that connected to this world. They have to have some kind of issue to even see your frequency here, to even connect to you. So they'll have problems. That doesn't mean they reflected on it. Some do. So just to give, doesn't mean, not to say they're lower than anybody, but realize it's like they have to connect to your physical realm. So they have to have some kind of darkness to connect to you. Like I said, they can use it well, like, be proper about it, realize it's there and not weaponize. Some do. Some of your wars are dedicated to that. It's like, but just take over this place. It's weak. And then it goes to the human, and then all of a sudden, you have a world war. So, all right, blessings.